Hello everyone. Today is we're here for our Asia Chan class. Thank you all for joining us. What shall we talk about today? Anyone has any questions? It's nice to be back here with all of you, and it's kind of getting hot here. Huh? Yeah, it's hot. It's hotter than it seems because this thing here heats up. Yeah, hopefully one day we'll save enough money to add air conditioning. Promises. This is why next week, next 4 weeks, we'll be organizing our cheese up north in San Francisco, where it's breezy and windy most of the time. So all the hot air doesn't have a chance to accumulate. So it's always a breezy up there. Okay, but anyway, I kind of like it back here. It's different culture, and it's nice to see that there's still people working hard. Chan practice, meditation practices as we do it, is actually very challenging, is a word that I've been looking for a long time. I said, how do I explain to you what interests me about Chan? What drove me about Chan? For some reason, I don't quite get it. But I started with Chan because of the challenge from my friends. My friends used to be, I used to have an externalist friend who used to impress me by reading my mind, by playing games and showing me, proving to me he was stronger, both physically, spiritually, and he could outsmart me as well. So I was challenged. I said, you think you're better than me today, but I will find a way to be better than you, okay? And so instead of following his way, which is the Wu Tang, the Tai Chi, his teacher, one of his teachers was Trang San Feng, Trương Tam Phong, who chose him and came to teach him Tai Chi. And so he was one of the more advanced Tai Chi teachers in this area. Actually, he used to go around to see the other Tai Chi and martial art teachers and look at them and say, you don't know. You think you're special, but you're not. And that's what he's telling himself. Excuse me. And so he is way ahead of me in terms of 15, 20 years. So I said if I were to follow his path, I would not be able to catch up with him. So I want a speedier path. So I got into Chan meditation with Master YongHua because I first started looking into the Vietnamese meditation teachers and my conditions with Chinese. I never had the chance to learn Vietnamese meditation at all, which is basically mindfulness, which is basically Hinayana. Okay, and so I stumbled upon Master YongHua's disciple, who is Malaysian, who basically taught me Hinayana meditation. Big deal, not much of an upgrade, but eventually. It opened the door for me to Master YongHua's Chan Dharma. And now my next challenge was, I have a bunch of monks that I didn't bring myself to respect them for some reason. I don't get it. maybe it's a lack of culture, maybe a lack of education, an impressive education, maybe, a lack of manners, For American people here, and you don't, get up there and you lack culture, you lack manners, it's unimpressive to me. So I look at them and say, so I'm supposed to follow in your footsteps? You're going to train me your way, how to get there like you? And you ahead of me like 20, 25 years? So I can't take that path, especially when they look down upon me. So I challenged myself. I said, I'm going to beat you too. I'm going to find a way to beat you. So same thing again. So went on my own, wander around, look more closely into Taiwanese, Chinese, Japanese, you name it. And I said, unimpressive. I'm going to beat you too. And so I looked out. A few people took pity upon me and taught me, like the 6 patriarch, and so forth. So that's how I got here today, because what drove me the whole time was that I could do better. And why is it relevant? Because when you practice Chan meditation, this is one of the most powerful forms of practice that I know of that will help you improve. Every time you improve, you feel better. Your life is better. You're happier. And it gets better and better and better. To me, that's what I find to be about the most satisfying part about the Chan, is that it gets better. It's never the same for me. Okay? When it's difficult, I say, I will find a way to overcome this. So to me, Chan personally is challenge. Okay? Just because I can't do it, I said, if I can't do it today, I will figure out a way to do it soon. And that's part of the fun of solving this problem. And once you solve the problem, it opens the doors for you to go to a different world where it's fascinating, where discovery and the fun of discovery, the fun of bliss, the pleasure of seeing how superior you can be. Because I met so many superior people, and I said, wow, this is, to me, by far the biggest accomplishment you can do, is to go all the way in a Chan ladder. So the Chan ladder enables you to go, it paves the way for you from zero, which I started, where I started, all the way up there. And it's quite a journey, let me tell you. It's fascinating. And it's very challenging. And that with the challenge comes incredible rewards. Okay? Because Chan is a kind of thing where you can look at someone and say, I can be better than you. You can look at me and say, I'll be better than you. But then I look back at you and say, then I'll be better than you again. So Chan is sort of like friendly competition, if you will. You challenge. If someone is, I'll be better than you, so no, that can't be. I will be better than you. And so it's for this. It's never static. My master side is static. They say, I am better than you. I said, he ain't seen nothing yet. I be better than you. My disciples will be better than you. And then my disciples will be better than you. Okay, there's a question here. Go ahead, ma'am.
A Di Đà Phật, con chào thầy. Con thấy trong mấy cái clip của thầy có nói là khi mà mình thiền đó thì nó sẽ rèn luyện cho cái tâm của mình càng ngày càng tốt. Và còn nếu như mình không thiền đó, mà nếu mà mình làm phước báo nhiều á, thì mình cũng sẽ được lên sơ thiền. Thì trong trường hợp đó nó có giúp cho cái tâm của mình tốt hay không? Cảm ơn thầy.
Amitabha Master, I see that in one of your video clip, you say that if we hone the skill in meditation, we can hone the skill in our mind that causes us to be better person, making our mind better. But if we also at the same time, if we create blessings more, then we can enter first dhyana. In that situation, does it help making our mind become better?
Good question. Oh my God, you always ask tough questions. God, this lady is, most Vietnamese people, they throw words at me. They say, this master says so. What does it mean? And what do you think? This one says, you said so. What does it mean? She throws my own things at me. Okay, very good. Help. Let's see. Master Z, what do you think? This is fundamental. Good, very good question.
Yeah, Master, I think our mind will be better because when we practice, we do the giving, then the mind only better then.
Very good. This is inherent in the Chan practice, in the meditation practice. Okay. Jumi, did you have an answer or you have a question? 안녕하세요.
저 질문이에요.
Okay, cut it off. Okay. In order for you to be better, in order for you to move to the next level, to improve version of yourself, okay? What she's referring to is that for ordinary people, for most people out there, okay, in order for them to experience the first level of joy, the first level of bliss that's not available from worldly pleasures, from sensual pleasures, okay, you need to have the blessings. That's correct. In other words, if you never meditated before and you like most ordinary people, then when you meditate, the reason that you're able to enter the first level, what we call liberation of bliss, of out of this world enjoyment, Okay, that's what you will experience when you enter the first level of concentration called the first dhyana. Then you'll be able to get there by the sheer momentum of your blessings. And there's a rationale for it. It's because you lack blessings, you lack spiritual blessings and transcendental blessings. That's why ordinary people allow themselves to be bogged down by worldly pleasures, meaning that they are confused, they are distracted by things such as drinking. Okay, it's not good for them, and it causes them problems. And overeating, for example. Okay, eating too much is not a good thing either. So what happens? For example, I'll give you an example. When you go to a 3-star Michelin restaurant, the food they serve you is like a big plate and a tiny portion. Yeah? That's how rich people eat. The waiter works out. And they put it down, okay? And then walk away, okay? And you eat this, and it takes only 1 minute to finish it. But then 9 or 10 dishes like that. No? 4 or 5. I don't know which restaurant you go to. Okay. Okay. So the point being that the rich people, they go for flavors. They don't go for volume when you stuff yourself up. Okay? Because when you stuff yourself up, okay, it's not good for your body. So rich people don't have the same problems as we do. We go to Pizza Hut and okay, that's what we like to do, and this is for us, pleasure. For them, they don't go to Pizza Hut. They go to this little place where, and you see, that's the nature of blessings. The nature of blessings is that you avoid doing things that prevent you, that are not good for you. Okay? So the same thing here. When you, worldly people, even rich people, they may not overeat like we do, like I do, okay? But they drink, because they're so stressed out. The stock market, okay, is going berserk right now. The last few days, these people, they own millions of shares. So if the share goes down $1, they lose millions of dollars. Okay. You find it funny, huh? Wait till you get there. And that's when you go, I can't take this. Oh my God, it hurts so much. Okay? So they avoid this problem of overeating, for example, certain kind of problems we low or poor people have. But they have all the types of problems. They still confuse themselves. Okay? They drink because it hurts too much. They can't take it. So they have to do something to distract themselves. We are poor. We are so stressed out, so we eat to distract ourselves. Okay? And that's what happens to worldly people. They do things because they don't have enough blessings. Those things that they don't have enough transcendental blessings to help them raise them above the worldly confusion. We eat too much, we get confused. Okay? They drink too much, they get confused. Yes? And so the one thing that happens to most of you who meditate, okay, is that the easiest way for you to escape from all these worldly traps, the worldly pleasures trap, is have enough blessings to rise above it. That's why. Okay? So what we do for you, okay, is help you plant those blessings so that it's easier for you to get up there. So when we tell you about these things, it's because we're doing it for you. Okay, that's why when I first started learning Chan meditation, I said, that's it, I want to go to first dhyana. So I looked for ways to go to first dhyana. But I looked and looked, it's really not clearly explained in Chan at all. Okay. Later, I started teaching, and I didn't quite understand how to teach either. But over the years, the last 18, 19 years, I looked at how my students improve, what we did to help them. That's how I finally understood. The first dhyana basically is blessings. You need to hoard your transcendental blessings. Okay? That's why when you are like that, you don't necessarily have to sit in full lotus. Okay? The reason we teach you full lotus is because when you do full lotus and you train yourself the way we teach you, you're creating a lot of transcendental blessings. You're doing things that are not that ordinary people don't dare do. That's why you accrue transcendental blessings. That's why it's very easy for our students to go into first dhyanas. First of all, okay? Number two, related to that, in terms of doing things that from those blessings, when you have blessings, then those blessings will encourage you to do things that are good for you. Is that clear? When you have blessings, you do things that are good for you. All right? And what is implied in that, what is good for you? Meaning that you do good things. You don't do bad things, but you tend to do good things. Okay? And that's why when you get up there, you have more blessings. The basis of that is the goodness of your heart. That it's the core in your heart here, that's goodness, that compels you to do one act of goodness. Like almost all of you would not hesitate to help someone in need. Yes? Whether someone who is poor, say, here, here's $2, please go buy yourself some fries. Huh? Or can I help you get up? Okay. The little things we do is from the goodness of our heart. And that right there, when we do that, it's good for us. The basis of that is the goodness in our heart. Okay? So when you go from here, you have it already. Your heart is good for most of you. Except for one. Never mind. Okay? So you're good already, but you must be given the chance to choose to do good. That's how you create blessings, transcendental blessings. Is that clear? That's how. It's very scientific. It's very direct relationship between goodness and your improvement. In short, when you get the first dhyana, your heart, okay, is more inclined to do good more often than before. You get the second dhyana, that increases your tendency to do good will be more often than before, and more, and more. Okay? But there's a caveat. Okay? you may be inclined to do good, but beware of the fact that if you're doing good here at this level, you also are capable of doing evil at this level. Same level as well. She will drop. So that's why you go and you do something evil, you regress. Okay? And you do good again, more good. And you get up here, you do something evil, eventually you regress. That's what happened to those people who left. In our environment, you're more inclined to do good and avoid doing bad. But when without the kind of environment, the friends and the people you cultivate together, someone you walk out there by yourself, someone will come and provoke you and will trigger you to lose your temper. And that's when you regress. That happened to those people. They ran away, okay? And they started doing more bad things than good things. That's when they regress. So that's why be careful where you hang out, who you hang out with. Okay? Does it help? So I'm very proud of the fact that we may be small, our community is small, but the overwhelming majority of you are good-hearted. There's some who are not that good-hearted, and as long as they are in this environment, the dark side of their heart will not have a chance to be activated. But when they leave, that's when they're in trouble. That's how it works, folks. Yes, 7. Good question.
Master, how do we protect and hoard the blessings so I don't go the opposite direction?
How do you do that? Well, fundamentally, just don't quit. When you quit, you get out from under the protection and you're exposed to a lot of temptations, a lot of challenges. They're too much for you. Okay? And so, whereas in our small community, okay, I'm proud of the fact that we may be small, but our small community here, we are dedicated to do good. That's what we're doing. No, we're not that smart. We're not that rich. We're not that well connected. Okay, but we try our best to do good and help each other do good, and it rubs off on the people that come into contact with you, meaning your family, your colleagues, and so forth. They don't say anything, but they observe you. They look at your friends, look at you and say, well, boy, I like you. I like to be like you. This is you. This is how it works. It spreads. Mm-hmm. Like COVID. We are a lot more contagious than COVID. Okay. All right. Anyone else? Yes, Jumi. Thank you for waiting.
네. 스님 들리세요?
네, 들립니다.
네. 인스트럭션 때문에 집에서 개인적으로 만트라를 할 때 올바른 방법에 대해서 질문 드리고 현재 저는 어떻게 하고 있냐면요.
So I'm talking about your instruction. So personally, when I'm doing in my house, I want to know how to practice mantra the right way. So the way I'm doing right now is
그러니까 이제 집에서 1시간 정도 이제 만트라를 해야 되는데 하루에 생각이 올라오면 만트라로 생각을 덮으면서 이제 만트라를 하고 있는데 이제 제가 2가지 방법을 다 써봤어요. 네.
so I have to do mantra an hour a day, and when the thought comes up, then I cover my thought with a mantra.
네. 그래서 이제 첫 번째 방법은 이제 소리를 내서 제가 만트라를 하는데 이렇게 되면 어떤 문제가 있냐면 목이 너무 아픈 거예요. 그리고 목이 너무 아프고 일단 지금 생각나는 거 일단 첫 번째 소리 내서 했을 경우는 목이 아픈 단점이 있고요. 네.
So there's 2 ways I'm trying. First one is I make noises when I do mantras, and then my throat hurts too much when I make sounds. And then
근데 이제 두 번째는 제가 그러니까 지금 질문하는 이유는 이 두 번째 때문인데 이제 소리를 안 내고 만트라를 하는 경우는 그러니까 집중이 됐을 때는 잘 됐는데 만약에 번뇌나 망상이 많을 때는 만트라로 덮는 과정에서 두통이 일어나거나 중간에 만트라를 잊어버리는 거예요. 예를 들면 그레이트 컴패션 만트라 같은 경우는.
잊어버리거나 또 하나 뭐였죠?
잊어버리거나 만트라로 밀어낼 때 번뇌 망상을 두통이 있어요, 스님.
네. And the second way I'm trying is the reason I'm questioning you, that when I don't make sound and do mantra in my mind, if I can concentrate, then it's really going well. But if I cannot concentrate, if there's like afflictions, then like for example, when I'm do great compassion mantra, is that I forget or I have a headache.
이제 각각의 장단점이 있는데 소리 내서 했을 경우에는 강한 번뇌를 밀어내는 데는 용이하지만 목이 아프고, 네.
So there's pros and cons in these separate ways. So when I make sound, it's good for concentration, but my throat hurts.
근데 이제 만약에 소리를 안 냈을 경우에는 번뇌 방상이 없을 때는 집중이 더 잘 되고 좀 더 깊이 들어가는 느낌이 있어서 과연 어떻게 하는 게 좀 더 효과적이고 효율적인 만트라 방법인지 집에서 혼자 할 때 그걸 질문드립니다.
But if I don't make sound and recite in my mind, then if I can concentrate, I feel like I can go more deeper concentration. So I would like to ask you how to do it in my own house.
To do what?
To do mantras? Like how to concentrate more?
Keep on doing it.
그냥 계속해라.
I don't get it.
나 이해가 안 되는군.
Hey lady,
그러니까
hey lady, do you know that most people who practice mantras don't know that they do not receive transmission for the Great Compassion mantra? Most people out there. And most Buddhists who practice mantras, who recite mantras, do not get transmission for the hands and eyes. So you have the best, one of the best Buddhist dharmas in the world, in the universe. You have a treasure in your hands, and you want me to tell you next how to do it? I give you the treasure. You have to learn how to take care of it. If I have to tell you what to do next, I have to charge you for it, and you cannot afford it. When it's free, because I give to a lot of people. But when I teach one person, it's going to cost you. Okay? The answer is you cannot afford my one-to-one instruction. You have to earn it. Okay? If you earn it, I give it to you for free because you're worth it. You're worth my time. But if you ask me before I teach you, you have to pay. You see, when I teach you, I'm teaching all of you. So all of you have the same instruction. All you get to do the same thing. I create chanchis, we organize these things for you so that you all have a chance to practice together and take advantage of it. But when you're ready, I will teach you. That's how it works. Okay? You bust your butt working for it. And then when you deserve it, I will teach you. But if you dare ask me before I give you specialized individual instructions, you better be very wealthy. And I can look at any of you, all of you right now, none of you have enough money to afford me. That's why I'm so poor. I don't give individualized instructions because none of you can afford it. That's why I'd rather be poor than depreciate my value.
마스터, 저는 당연히 가치가 없고 부자가 아닌데 이거는 집에서 개인적으로 수행하는 사람들한테 도움이 된다고 생각해서 질문한 거지 1대1 질문은 아닌데요.
Master, of course, I'm not worthy and I'm not rich. But I thought
Then keep on doing it.
그럼 그냥 계속해라.
Keep on doing it until you deserve to be taught.
자격이 있을 때까지 계속해라.
You know, it's one thing that you also need to know, that when you deserve to be taught, I can't charge you money. You earned it. We have to give it to you. We can't hold it back. The teachers who hold back are the ones who don't know how to do it. I don't know. I think you have to pay me, You have to give me a church, give me a yacht, and so forth. Because they don't know how to do it. That's why they negotiate with you. But if you deserve to be taught, when it's time for you to be taught, we cannot hold back. That's our problem. So we can't win, We teach you, we give you these things, these special transmission, these secret things here that are priceless, okay? Because once you receive transmission with the 4 2 hands and eyes, you'll be in that club forever. Lifetime after lifetime, you are entitled to receive transmission again and again and again. And every time you receive, you cannot imagine how many blessings you have. That will make you in the future, you'll be emperors, you'll be world rulers, you become Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, all the great things in life, because you're generating so many blessings. Yes, Korean person. Looks like an ant.
개미처럼 보이는.
네, 안녕하세요, 마스터.
Hello. I'm
저는
trying to figure out what the ant is eating, is carrying.
뭘 먹고 있는 건가요? 뭘 가지고?
Go ahead, please.
저는 렉스를 한 4년 정도 매일 1시간 자선을 하려고 노력을 했습니다. 그러다 보니까 그 외부 환경에 이제 제가 스스로 무너질 일은 없다는 상이 생기더라고요. 근데 그 상이 아상을 없애라겠는데 이 잘못된 상을 만드는 게 아닌지 그것을 질문드리고 싶습니다.
So I've been practicing for 4 years every day. I try to sit 1 hour a day, and after that I start to have a mark of myself that I'm not gonna be defeated by any other external traps. So you teach us to have no mark of self, but I'm having these marks. So is it wrong of me to have these kind of marks?
Yeah, it is wrong. You know, why do you ask?
잘 들리지 않았습니다.
It's because you haven't practiced it all the way yet. That's why you used to have that mark. But it's a good. No, that's a bad news. The good news is you know that you're aware of the fact that you are full of yourself, full of it. It's a good thing that you're aware of it. Most people, this is a danger for many people, including my own kind. They know they're superior. They know they're special, and that's why they stuck on that mark of being better, the mark of itself being better than others, and they don't realize it. Okay, so as long as you still have that mark right there, you feel you're better than others. Okay. Then you have not perfected your practice yet, because this practice we transmitted to you. And we're all practicing, cultivating together. This process here will result in you letting go of the mark of the self. Okay? So keep going. That's natural to say you're better. And you find out that you think you're better than the externalists. I guarantee you, one day you have an externalist who is stronger than you. Guaranteed. And that will help you. Will help you become more humble. You know, there is a Chinese saying. It says the way is 1 foot, and then the evil, the demon is 1.5 feet. It's so true. The more advanced you are, naturally, the more you understand that, and the more you become humble. Only mediocre people, I have seen too many of them, my peers, would think they're better. It's only because they're so myopic, they cannot see the people who are so much better, the many who are so much better than they are. Okay? Because they are mediocre cultivators. Yes, no.
Hello, Master. I was working in my backyard just now. Oh, that's why my hair is so messy. So, and I saw a wasp was chewing my deck and trying to build a nest. So I killed the wasps with the ant killer. And I also killed some ants as well as some mosquitoes. So I just want to ask, does it count as killing? And if it does, like, what should I do? Like, how should I repent? And also, I don't think I can avoid killing if I work in the garden a lot. So what should I do?
Tragic. You know, that's why in Buddhism, we monks and nuns cannot do gardening. And we ask lay people to do it for us. So I sympathize you. Now I feel sorry. I feel guilty. Because lay people help us mow the grass. And in the process doing that, they're killing countless ants and worms and, and disturb the wasps and so forth. And I remember once I was in my Vietnamese master's temple, and is in Koreatown here in Los Angeles. And Koreatown has a small problem. It's called cockroaches. They are everywhere. Okay? And so in my master's temple, it used to be the case when I was there. It's probably not the case anymore. Okay? But when I was there, if you go to the kitchen at night and you turn on the lights, the first thing you see is that the floor actually moves. It's full of cockroaches moving. And run all over. And so a lay person who is a close assistant to my master, he's a Vietnamese too, and he says, Master, and when I told him about that, actually our floor moves at night. And he said, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. He says, I tell you what, Master, I know you're a monk. He was a monk before, okay? And he returned to lay life. Said, you monks cannot kill. You have a precept against killing. So let me go and buy some roach motels. And I will kill them for you. And if you do that for me, don't tell me. If you told me, I have to stop you. So no, don't do that. Because if I agree, then I'm just as guilty as you in killing. So if I ask you to mow the lawn and you kill things, actually, I'm guilty, just as you are. So don't tell me, just come and mow the lawn. Don't tell me, Master, I'm mowing the lawn, okay? So anyway, don't worry, in our temple, whatever you do for the temple, I bear responsibility, 100%. Doesn't get to you. The reason when you help others and you get in trouble is because part of that is your blessings. Okay? See what happens is that you go back home and your relative is sick, so you start using your hands and eyes to heal them, and you find out that, oh boy, now you're sick as well. Okay? You have all of a sudden, excuse me, you become sick. You have these issues immediately. Okay? And that's a reminder for you. Every time you meddle, there's some consequences right away. Okay? So that's why we teach you, don't help others. Don't use it on others. Use it for yourself. To take care of yourself, it's okay. But don't try to heal others. Okay? But when you ask us to help someone on your behalf, sometimes you feel some of it because that's part of your blessings from doing that. Because it teaches you, helps you develop compassion. It's faster if you develop compassion faster when you ask us for help and you get a little bit of the consequences. The require, you get a little bit because it's a reminder, okay, for you that, are you sure you want to do this? And the next time you do it again, your compassion grows. You're willing to pay the price. in order to develop compassion, you have to be willing to pay the price. See? Shh. Isn't that beautiful? Mahayana trainer is incredible. You don't know. It's just... So anyway, go comb your hair. I've been gossiping so that you can go comb your hair. What is? Anyway, we will have those repentances, okay? And so you like, we have like great compassion repentance. You can tune in. Example, they do it like here, right? Yeah, we like here, California time is 1 p.m. You can tune in and repent, okay? And that will take care of those problems for you, okay? All right, good luck to you. Yes, 6.
Dạ, con chào thầy. Dạ, thưa thầy, buổi sáng con hay trì chú Đại Bi và chú Dược Sư, nhưng mà có đôi lúc con phải đi exercise, con vừa đi con vừa trì tụng có được không thầy? Hay là phải ngồi một chỗ ở nhà trước bàn Phật? Dạ.
Amitabha Master, so usually in the morning I would recite Great Compassion Mantra and Medicine Master Mantra, and sometimes I would walk, do exercise and recite the mantra at the same time. Is that okay, or I should have just sit in one place in front of the Buddha statue and recite it?
Both are okay. When you are sitting down or you concentrate on the recitation, then it's designed to help you develop concentration in stillness. But when you walk about and you do things and try to recite the Buddha's name or the mantra and so forth, you're developing samadhi in movement. So both are desirable. Okay? So eventually, you'll be able to understand that it's a good thing. Both are good. Okay. Oh, I've been glancing at the JMT. I said, "What happened to the old abbot? Is he sick or what? I don't see him." Now suddenly I remember he's in Vietnam having fun. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, I was hoping, I wanted to do an anecdote today where it looks like we don't have enough time left yet. I hope I remember what I wanted to say next week. Okay, next week we'll talk about men in the well. I hope I remember. Okay. Sometimes ideas come to me, you know. Maybe because of you. It's just when I look at by myself, I don't know what to say. But as soon as we're together, all of a sudden, I started saying, it's just like, I'm not me, you see. So, yeah. Now you know my secret. Who you watching right now is really not me. You know. Okay, let's stop here today. Is that okay? Okay. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.